Hi again. So I am 2.5 weeks post-surgery for my right rotator cuff. And in my last video, I was kind of sharing what the surgery was like and the first few days of recovery. And I'm going to let you know how I'm doing now. And also somebody had sent me an email wanting to know a little bit more about sleeping positions and removal of the slings. So I'll just kind of address that briefly as well. Forgive my appearance. As you can see, I'm not really taking good care of myself physically. I mean, I'm taking showers and everything like that, but it's just so hard to get things done. So I've just been kind of in PJs a lot, comfortable clothes, and just running a brush through my hair and just letting it be. So that's the hardest part of this. No, actually, in all seriousness. So after my initial surgery, I was managing the pain for a couple of days with hydrocodone, did fine. And I guess I wasn't prepared for this next phase, which is now physical therapy and recovery in the acute phase. And it's pretty hard. I'm in pain all of the time. It's not like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's maybe a 5. It's just this burning. It's like when you're lifting weights and you got that burn in your muscle. It's just this constant burn. So it's frustrating to deal with, and you got to really try to stay positive. I am taking medicines every once in a while. I don't like taking medication, so I'm trying to get through it without. And as long as it's bearable, then I'm going without. But every once in a while, I still am taking a hydrocodone or taking some acetaminophen, things like that. So it's burning, but then it also, when you move it into positions that it's not quite ready to be moved in yet, that can be really painful as well. And then you get stuck in a position that you can't get comfortable, and then it spikes up. So it is difficult. As far as the sling goes, so I'm in a sling. You can see it here. And the sling has a pillow to the side, which keeps the arm away from the body. And there's a little stress ball here that I can squeeze. It's part of my rehab, is squeezing and holding for like 20 seconds to help strengthen muscles. I have been told to remove the pillow part of the sling as much as possible so that my arm starts getting closer to my body. I'm keeping it in right now just because it's more comfortable for me. I'm weaning off of the pillow. When I put my arm closer to my body, it is hurting a bit. So I'm just trying to find times to get it away from the sling. All right, where do I want to start here? I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Let's do this. Somebody asked about sleeping. Sleeping I'm feeling a little sleep deprived. It's hard. I was sleeping on my side because I am a side sleeper, and I had pillows propped up so my arm wouldn't move, but my physical therapist told me she doesn't want me sleeping on my side. I need to sleep on my back. So I would strongly encourage that you get a recliner with pillows all around you and find a comfortable position. I have been sleeping in bed. Fortunately, my bed has one of those things that you can raise the head of, so I'm sleeping at a little bit of an angle, but I just prop myself up with tons of pillows so I don't move during the night. And I wake up a lot because I don't like being in one position, but it is what it is. I do sometimes take a hydrocodone at night just to help me sleep and also deal with some of the pain. So you might want to consider that just for the first, couple of weeks. I wouldn't go past that though. So I am feeling sleep deprived. As far as physical therapy goes, I had my first physical therapy session on Tuesday, today is Sunday. No, I'm sorry, on Thursday. So today's Sunday. And it was really hard. It was the first time I took my arm out of the sling and actually moved it a little bit. I'll show you that in a second because I'm going to show you some of the exercises I have to do. And it hurt, and it was very disheartening because I could not do anything with that arm. And my goal is to start playing tennis again, and I'm in it for a long haul. The therapist told me that for the first month, all she wants me to be doing are these exercises that I'll show you, which are very minimum. It's not going to be 3 months until I start any kind of strength training. So that tells you how long this process is. So that's a little bit frustrating. But again, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the exercises they want me to do. And part of that means taking off the sling. So to take off the sling, it's actually really easy. There's a shoulder strap. So all you have to do is unclip the shoulder strap. And then the pillow part, there's a strap that goes around your waist. I'm not gonna be able to do this with the camera, but there's just a little clasp there. So I'm going to just undo that clasp. See how easy it is? Hey, why can't I get it? Oh, okay, so undo that clasp. Okay, so then you've got the sling. And to take your arm out of the sling, what I do is I can't slide it out of the sling, so I unattach this part, which opens that up, and then I can just take my arm, ouch, out like that. Okay, so now my arm is free, and as you notice, I'm not putting it down freely because it is stuck in the position of the sling, but this is the sling. On the other side as well. And the pillow part, I'll actually detach it now because I'm gonna try to do it without the pillow when I put it back on. So this is the pillow part. So it's just all Velcro. So now you have a sling that looks pretty low maintenance. It's just that. Okay, so sling is off. What do you do here? So my first therapy is I have 5 exercises to do, and they just take like really quick to do them. The first thing I have to do is straighten my arm as far as it'll go, and that's about it. And then I bring my arm up like that. So I'm gonna do 10 of these, and it hurts in the shoulder, but it actually hurts more in the elbow. And I was told that's because your arm has been in a position for so long. So we're trying to get that kink out of my elbow. This is actually better already in 2 days. I wasn't even able to get my arm straight. It's not fully straight, but I was only able to do about, I'd say 50% of this. So this is a good sign. Ow. I was told it's okay to feel pain, that you need to work through the pain, but you also need to be smart about it. If it's excruciating or if it feels like it's just not normal, then don't push through it. Okay, so that's the first exercise. Second exercise is I'm just going to do this 10 times. I know it seems simple and silly, right? But I feel it burning when I do this. So just this motion. And you notice I'm holding my arm. I can't yet do this with not assisting myself. It's too much, so I'm holding my arm up. And then the next exercise is the same, but I just turn and I do this 10 times. Hi. I know these seem like really simple exercises, but man, you can feel them. Okay, the next thing that I do is simply bring my neck this way and this way. And when I go this way, I can really feel the stretch and pull here. Whew. So I found out when I went to the doctors to get my physical therapy set, they told me what they did to my shoulder, and it turned out I had a full tear, and they fixed that. But then I also had a bone spur, and they shaved that off. And I had an area where there was bone on tendon, which was causing me a lot of pain. So they cleaned that out and made a space. So it was really cool seeing the pictures and everything like that. When I do this, I feel a little bit of creaking and cracking in my neck. Okay, 2 more. I also have noticed, because I haven't been doing anything, I'm gaining weight. I haven't weighed myself, but I am gaining weight, and I'm getting very discouraged at that. But my husband reminds me that my goal right now is just to recover, and working out and all of that stuff will come later, and it'll all come back. So, okay, then the last thing I do is I sit up straight and I bring my shoulders back, and I kind of like try to pinch my shoulder blades together, and I do that 10 times. This is actually better today. I'm not able to do that usually. And right now my arm is resting on my leg in a bent position like an L. I was told I can't do anything with my right hand. Like the most I can do is carry a coffee cup with it. So you're not supposed to be doing any lifting or pulling or anything heavy. I am able to, I was worried because I do a lot of administration for work, and I am able to type. I'm able to get, as long as the laptop is in the right position, I'm able to kind of get my fingers up there. So it hasn't inhibited my work too greatly. Okay, so that's it. Icing afterwards is really important. I'm supposed to do this 4 times a day. I already noticed improvement from today, so that's good. Getting the sling back on, I'm not going to use the pillow. I'm just using the regular sling. So what you want to do is make sure you have all your straps ready to go before you put it on, because otherwise you can't be reaching around and stuff like that. So I've got this in place. And this is the hardest part, is getting my arm into the sling there, strapping it in place here, and then bringing, at first you're not going to be able to do this on your own, but I've gotten pretty good at it now. I'm pretty independent. Okay, so now my arm is back in place. Okay, so that's it. So yeah, weeks, I'm into 2.5 weeks here, and I'm not going to lie, it is a little bit frustrating. It aches, it hurts. I'm still not able to do things on my own. I was told I could drive now, but there's no way I'm going to drive. I can't move my body enough to be able to be comfortable for that. So I guess my message to you is be prepared for some discomfort, but keep a positive attitude. And just as long as you're prepared ahead of time and know what to expect, I think that's going to be more than half the battle. So that's why I'm doing this video for you. All right, take care. I will update you in about another week to let you know how things are going. I hope all goes well with your surgery or your recovery if you're in recovery right now. Bye.